Good evening and welcome to another edition of Masterpiece Theater. Honestly, I was actually going to show you guys these videos just on their own, but after I watched them a few times, I was a little worried that, if you don't understand the whole story, you might think that we're a bunch of dickheads down here. So I decided to give it a little bit of a preface to what you're about to see. All of these little skits are based on actual occurrences here, like our first video. This is based on some people that came here and played and were, needless to say, a little upset about their experience. Not that anything bad or out of the ordinary happened, but it's important to understand before you watch this to know that we go out of our way to make people understand exactly what's going to happen. They have a full safety briefing. I've been accused of being a little too graphic because I show images of people that have been shot with airsoft guns that did not wear protective clothing and the kind of bruising that it causes. We provide them with all kinds of protective clothing, gloves, face masks. We give them not just the safety briefing, but we also give them a second briefing when they receive their rental gun. So by the time you go into the arena, if you're not sure exactly what you're getting into, there's probably something wrong with you. I don't know what was going on with these people, what was in their head. Maybe they thought they were actually going bowling or something, but they went in, the kid played all night, and this is what happened afterwards. Oh, can I help you?
Yes, can I talk to the manager, please? Oh, you're the manager. Okay. Well, look, I'm furious. My son came here to play in your establishment, and he's out in the car right now crying because he was grievously hurt by one of these hoodlums in this building. In fact, they shot him purposely.
You have to understand, when people come in here, they're getting shot at. That's part of the game. People try to shoot at each other. So when we do the safety briefing, we give them all the information so that they're prepared. The funny thing is I saw him leave from here and he was laughing as he left, so I assumed he was doing all right. But, if you say something was wrong, bring him in. Let's see what's going on.
Come here, stupid. Come here. Come here. Where is it? There. What do you have to say about that?
See, that's an ouchie, and that's exactly the kind of thing that happens when you play airsoft. So I have to tell you that he was informed about what we do here. We provide them with safety equipment. He decided to not wear gloves, so I don't know what to tell you about that. Our next video is one of those sort of what the f moments that it was an interaction with a customer that was just so bizarre that after it happened, it was like, did that really just happen? So here's my rendition of it.
Yeah, that one there, how many FPS is it?
So most of the guns are 350.
What kind of battery does it have?
Most guns come with a 9.6 volt.
What colors are there?
Well, usually the guns are either tan or black.
What scope does it come with?
It's just a red dot.
Is it an M4?
Yeah, for the most part, they're M4.
Who makes it?
Well, G&G makes that.
Does it hurt when you get hit with it?
Yeah,
How many BBs are in the mag? Okay, whatever.
Swear to God. For our next video, this is one of those things that happens probably about once a month where somebody comes in and they're just, they don't meet the criteria that you need to play here. And I have to say, I don't like to be a jerk about it. In fact, I hate to turn away customers. I really do. But because of insurance and other things, there are some things like a minimum age that's extremely important, because if somebody went in there and they were underage and got hurt, I'm not sure what would happen. So we have to abide by what the insurance company tells us, and I'm afraid that's just the way it is. And as much as I hate turning customers away, these things happen.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and play here. My son is his first time playing, so get us some guns.
So, how old is your son?
12. 12!
Yeah, no.
Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, we go way out of our way to make sure that everybody understands all of the rules before we get started or before we let them go in to play any of the games. So they have to abide by specific rules, like you have to treat your gun while you're in the staging area as if it was a loaded firearm. So that means you have to take the magazine out, point the barrel in a safe direction, put the safety on, keep your finger off the trigger. And if we catch anybody mishandling their gun, we take their gun away and they have to sit out for a while. I hate to treat people like 2-year-olds, but it's absolutely essential that people understand these basic concepts. And, you know, if you're going to be handling guns in general, I have to say, I was in a real gun shop the other day, and there was a guy that was an obvious noob that was sweeping everybody with the shotgun he was thinking about buying, which is a little frightening when it's a real gun. So it's, you know, it can be a little irritating when you're dealing with airsoft guns as well. So that's something you need to understand before you see this video.
All right. Yeah, give me that one.
Look, don't put the mag in. No, that means don't put it back in.
Look, it's unsafe, all right?
I don't care where the safety is, just don't put the magazine in the gun.
All right, whatever.
Don't load the gun.
Okay.
Now, before you see this next video, it's important to understand that we provide a lot of protective clothing here for our customers, and we obviously don't have to do it. We tell people you're coming to play airsoft, dress appropriately, but some people just don't quite understand exactly what that means. So we provide people with, we've got a ton of like BDUs, ACUs, surplus uniforms, stuff like that, gloves. And we don't just provide it for you, but we maintain it. We don't just give you somebody else's BO sweat from the last guy that wore the uniform. We take the dirty ones and we wash them and we hang them up and we put them back there and organize them so when you need to use it again, it's there waiting for you. There's just some people that are just so freaking oblivious to what it does, what it takes for us to provide that service that, oh, well, just watch the video. It just sort of speaks for itself. You wouldn't believe how much time it took me this week to clean all those uniforms. I swear to God, if I see another dirty uniform, I'm going to lose my...
Meanwhile...
Our next video is one of those kind of scenarios that, unless you actually worked here, you probably wouldn't fully understand it. But one thing I end up with is a lot of extra airsoft guns, obviously. Many of the guns that we've got here in the staging area on display are retired rental guns because we used to have a lot of different kinds of guns, and then we decided that it would be more in people's interest if we just had one kind of gun, especially M4s. That way we don't have to explain to each person that rents a gun, okay, your safety's here, your mag catch is here, this is how you hold it. So if everybody's using the same gun, it sort of streamlines things and we can move people out onto the playing field. As fun as it was to have all the different, styles of guns, it wasn't very, practical, I guess is the best word for it. So we've put a lot of those extra guns on display, and sometimes there's a little bit of confusion as to what are the rental guns and what are not the rental guns.
All right, so which gun can I rent?
Yeah, standard rentals, that's going to be anything underneath the green light.
Okay. Give me the one with the grenade launcher.
Right, yeah, so anything underneath the green light.
Oh.
All right, so you got standard rentals, so you get to choose anything on the slot board wall under the green lights.
The one with the grenade launcher.
I said under the green lights. The one at the tops are not available for rental.
The one with the grenade launcher.
All right, so you got a standard rental. Cool, that means anything below these green lights here.
The one with the grenade launcher.
Again, that's below the green lights, so those don't count. Just what's down here, okay?
One with the grenade launcher.
Can I get the nade launcher?
The one with the grenade launcher?
The one with the grenade launcher?
Man, I don't even work here anymore.
One of the strange things about having spent a lifetime around real guns and then being around airsoft guns all of a sudden, it's real easy to become kind of lackadaisical because they're obviously not as dangerous as real guns, although people can still get kind of hurt by them, so it's important to, use certain safety precautions when handling them. And as I said before, I've said multiple times during this video, we try to, bring everybody up to speed on those rules, but every now and then somebody just doesn't pay attention.
Let me see that one there.
Don't point it at us, all right?
Aim the barrel down,
yes.
please.
Point it right at the camera.
Look, if you're aiming it at people, you could shoot them, so stop doing that. Put the gun down. All right, thank you. One of the things about having rental airsoft guns is that you're in an environment where it's potential that your equipment will occasionally get damaged because, for one thing, this is an arena where we allow people a great amount of freedom to move about in the arena. You can run. There's some arenas that don't allow that. They only allow walking. So, the odds that something eventually is going to, break on one of the airsoft guns, it's part of the deal, and I accept that. It's just funny how some people act, when they do accidentally damage something. I've seen some pretty crazy reactions, so that's what you need to know about this one.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you very much. All right, have a good day there. All right, thank you very much. Thanks for coming today. I thank you. Are you kidding me? So after having watched all these videos, I think it's important to mention that these are all the exceptions and not the rule. We could go weeks or even months at a time before we have any of these sort of little weird mishaps, and it's important to know that the people that come here are some of the greatest people you'll ever meet. So don't look at this and feel like, oh geez, these guys are a bunch of crackpots. They're really not. They're a bunch of really great people, and it's an incredibly safe environment that we've created here. So, come on down and try it out for yourself sometime, and hopefully we won't do one of these videos about you. Are we rolling?
All you.
Avery, Avery,
You.
Shut the f up!
all right, ready? All right, what the f?
I think that was good. Was it good?
And, all right, what the f is wrong with you?
That wasn't the. Joel! Damn it! You.
And, all right, what the f is wrong with you?
Hey guys, you know your line?
No.
The one with the grenade launcher. Okay. Roll it.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? So just calm down and replay if you just feel like shooting people.
The one with the grenade launcher.
The line, that's what he's saying.
That's the line. That's what you need to say.
That's all you say.
Oh.
Say that and move on.
Go ahead.
The line with the grenade launcher?
Say it to the camera.
What? The line with the grenade launcher.
All right, thank you.
Rick, you were the best one by.
You would not believe how many. All right.
Not even doing anything.
All right. Sorry.
Okay, walk
Good.
in the frame. That's what you said, right?
No, get the. We're good.
Yeah, we good.
All right.